obviously a puzzle. There's puzzle boxes, and they have the puzzle on the front. So when you need to reference that to build a puzzle, you look at the picture on the front. Now they sell puzzle boxes where there's no picture on the front, and that's half the challenge. Or they'll sell puzzle pieces where all the pieces are white. So it's just about putting them together, and you have no concept of where the image is. Do that. Guys, do a puzzle that's all white. Do a puzzle where you can't see the box. Now, I don't really get where the fun is. Okay, because I think the fun part of a puzzle is having a picture. So I personally would never be of the mind where I'm like, oh my god, guys, who's excited to build a puzzle where we can't even see, where you can't even, you know, you don't even see an image. You're just putting white pieces together. Like, that, can I be honest here? Talking about, no, you know what? That's brain rot. In my opinion, that's brain, and I know it's not brain rot objectively because you're like solving a puzzle, but like, a puzzle that is completely white and you're just doing it to put the pieces together, that feels like senseless media that gives you nothing and brings you nothing. It doesn't even bring, I mean, I guess it brings you entertainment. Weird entertainment. I don't know, bro. That's, I don't know. That one's not for me. Just like the Fire Elf's not for me. Okay? I do not prescribe to the Fire Elf. I don't like its lifestyle. I don't like its, you know, its little dots. Okay? I do like, what's this guy's name? Rolf. Get it? What is it? What is Rolf? Isn't Rolf an acronym? I just started with the borders, then work my way. Yes, like, any normal person who solves a puzzle. And Mark, I'm glad you got a good head on your shoulders, okay? That's, guys, it's important to have a good head on your shoulders. I mean, you can have a bad head, but I don't know what you're doing with a bad head. More like, I don't know, I can't. Guys, he really is quite tanky. Also, guys, we really are not doing a lot of damage, and I'm not enjoying that one. Guys, Rolf, for all you people that didn't know, including me, it's rolling on the floor laughing. I've never used Rolf in my life. Never in a million years. I knew it stood for something. I just didn't know what it stood for. And apparently it stands for rolling on the floor laughing, which, you know, you win some, you lose some. Just like I fizzled, which was, you know, oh my god, so fun. Yes, thank you. Now, guys, I know I technically just said the Fire Elf is not my style, not my vibe, and then I'm using the Fire Elf. Guys, here's the thing. If you can't be a hypocrite, who can you be? Okay? That's all I have. I don't know, guys. I think, guys, oh, thank you. Okay, that's what I really thought. Awesome. Guys, that's my thing. Can I just get gear that drops for me? I understand that Wizard 1 is going to drop you any gear in any MMO, but, like, I really feel like, guys, I haven't gotten a single drop for my school. I got a death robe. Do I look like a death wizard? Am I named Jack Bones? No. Am I named Jack Rattles? No. I'm named Jack Ash. Okay, Ash. Okay, Ashy. I mean, I guess Bones have the appearance of Ashy, because Ashy is white.
Excellent. Now go open the gate with the combination you got from Nails. So I'm not recognized. I have to take the back.
Yeah, totally. Ironworks chimney puzzle. Guys, we are 23 though. Okay. Bug. Bird. Snake. Oh, guys, I'm not doing it in order. No moon. No. Guys, is this a dog? It has to be a dog. It kind of looks like a little elephant, though. Huh? What? Huh? I don't. Okay. So, I don't really. Oh, that was. I don't know why that was there. Oh, guys, the factory. This factory. You know what it really brings me mind to? It brings me to Toontown. Guys, I love Toontown. I'm loving this. So, thanks, Wizard 101. I'm really glad that I need to talk to Baxter, and Baxter's right there. I'm glad that we collectively as a group have acknowledged that I need to talk to someone who's not there. No. Let's see. Baxter in Ironworks not showing up. Believe it or not, guys, I didn't instantly come up with a solution. Baxter, oh. Let's see. Weren't you supposed to go to 221 Baker Street? Ironworks bug. Okay, guys, we're gonna try changing realms. That's the other thing. Oh, okay, okay, crowded realms. What did that say? You're not allowed to switch realms in this location. Okay, we're gonna go back to Region Square. We're gonna switch realms, and then we're gonna go back. That is my game plan. Because that's what the internet is saying to do to me. Oh, changing a different one will reset your current dungeon. You will not be. So the answer is we're not doing that. Okay, okay, okay. No. That's interesting that I teleported there and then it teleported me. Is this something that teleported me onto the little spaceship? Maybe this reset the dungeon? Fingers crossed. I was having issues today with my AirPods, guys. My AirPods, well, today and last night, I could not connect them for the life of me to my headphones, and it was actually rage-inducing. They wouldn't connect, and then they were staying forever in Bluetooth. If you're wondering how to, well, clarify, I have AirPod Pros Gen 1, old. If you're wondering how to restart them, you hold the little, like, Bluetooth connection button for 15 seconds. Guys, I'm really glad he's here because I was not going to do this dungeon. I'll tell you something right now. It's funny. Like, part of me is like, oh, haha, hee hee. I don't actually care about doing anything. But most of me is like, I don't care about doing it as long as I do it once. Guys, do you see that guy right there? Is he just gonna... Is old Smokey just gonna... Is old... Why is there a boss there? Who put a boss there and for why? Why do you have his eyes closed? What? I don't understand why there's a boss there. That doesn't... maybe I go back here? Huh? Oh, maybe I have to go defeat him. This is a lot of, you know, there's a lot of sprinting. Mini boss for gear. Oh, is it good gear? I doubt it's good gear. Well, actually, you know what it is? I bet it's gear for level 25s. Let's be very clear here. I guarantee you it's gear for level 25s. Unfortunately, we're not packing that 25 gear, okay? We're not packing level 25, we're 23. Not really? Oh, okay. Mark, you know the tea. That's impressive. What I do know is we're gonna have to go 2,000 miles. Which, again, the city of running. Now, I'm glad I have a car. Okay. This is saying... okay. Crow, moon, tree bug. Crow, moon, tree, bug. Bug. Thank you. Okay. Okay, game. I don't... see, guys, the chimney... they're street sweepers. I swear they were a chimney sweeper. Maybe there is also a chimney sweeper. I really thought the frogs were also street... sweeper. I don't... Guys, I've never used my mouse... Twitchy Gamer? Hello, Twitchy Gamer. Your name is so close to my name. That really messed me up. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope everything's going great. Guys, I have never in the life of me, used my mouse to move myself in Wiz 101. If you hold both of the mouse... Oh, guys. Oh my god, guys, look, it's my mouse. It's my Logitech mouse. Either way, I've never held both of the buttons to, like, make myself move before. And I just did it. And guys, maybe I'll start doing it. I am a WASD person, I really am. But I guess I could just play Wizard 101 with one hand. I mean, what I want to do is play Wizard 101 with a controller. Wizard 101 is a controller game through and through, in my opinion. Because it's just, it feels like there's no... Here's the thing, guys. You don't need to be doing anything else, okay? You don't need to be magically, you know... You don't need to be aiming at someone specifically. There's no quick actions, okay? Literally everything Wizard 101 is easy, move a mouse around, but with a controller. And I understand that you can technically play Wizard 101 with a controller, excuse me, if you set up controller as a mouse. I'm good. Twitchy, how are you? I hope you're good. I'm sorry, your name is really, I'm in my brain, I'm trying to think how to say it, I'm trying to connect it, you know, the dots are connected, but either way, I am good. I'm glad. I hope you are good. See, guys, look, I'm holding them both right now and I'm moving. The only thing is, guys, can I be honest here? I feel like sometimes when I'm holding things, I put so much pressure. Like, I feel like my wrist, there's so much pressure in my wrist right now holding both these buttons. Oh, this is kind of trippy. I can't believe I'm playing. I also feel like I have less nuanced control because I'm always moving forward. Which is a little funky. God, this is weird. This is... Guys, I don't know why this feels so weird. I just think I've never controlled the game like this before. But, you know, it's working. We're dodging the old Larry Scaries. Oh, guys, because I feel like... Oh, my God. Guys, they need to have a gang war. They need to have a gang war in I've given up. I'm using WASD. It just feels so much more natural. They need to have a gang war in... Maybe they've had gang wars or turf wars before, but I really feel like we need a Marleybone, like, turf war. I feel like that would be such a good, like, side world or something. You know, maybe not, and I will acknowledge, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe not the most kid-appropriate thing, but not, like, kid-inappropriate. You know, like, a turf war is a turf war. Okay, whether you're on the playground and the swings is your area or not. Well, I feel like, okay, not really the swings, but guys, in school, I feel like lunch areas is where turf war starts, right? It's like, I feel like your group, like, in middle school, my friend group, we had a place where we sat at lunch, okay? That was the exact spot where we sat. No one else sat there, and we sat there. And, like, you know, it wasn't... guys, I have no idea what would happen if another group of people sat there. I don't really think anything would have ever mattered, or we would have confronted them. But no one else sat there but us. And I feel like, you know, kids have turf wars, kind of. In high school, everyone has a place where they... Well, I actually don't know. I mean, my high school, to clarify, my high school didn't have a cafeteria, nor did really my middle school. So we all, like, sat around I call it campus. I don't know what you really call it. The yard, the school, I guess you call it campus. So you know what? No, I'm on to something. Wizard 101, you should do that. Now, mind you, Wizard 101's already doing the D&D thing, which, as we don't know, Wizard 101's going to release a new dungeon that's a D&D inspired dungeon-esque with maybe a roguelike too. I don't really know. Either way, guys, I am screaming. I am ecstatic. I do think I will be dropping the $20 to buy it. I don't know. Or $30. Ooh, if it's... I really hope it's not $30. $20 is already, I'm going to be honest here, very steep. But I do really want it. So I'm a little like, you know, oh, but I do want it because it seems really cool. Oh my God, guys, look, it's, okay. So Fire Wyvern, cool. I don't love that the ice is, the ice doesn't, I like that the cave's red though. I feel like the cave looking red there is by far the best part of that entire spell. I also, honestly, guys, I forgot that Wyvern was the tier 3 ice spell. I did not remember that in any way, shape, or form.
You may have beaten me, wizard, but you're still too late.
Okay, and guess what, buddy? I may have beaten you, and I did. Okay, he said, you may have beaten me. I feel like I feel like he should have said, you have beaten me. Like, I feel like you may is a little, like, you know, it's a little soft. It's not the vibe. Me and my group had a lunch area, a space slightly taller than the rest of the lunch area where we sat for 3 years in a row, and people just knew that was our place. Exactly. And guess what, Mark? If that third year, another group of kids had decided to move into your turf, we don't know what would have happened. We're just saying that certain kids wouldn't have showed up to school the next day, okay? And that same incident, you know what I mean? You know, like, I feel like it's a, you know, it's not a crazy thing. So I feel like Wizard 101 should do a turf war. And Marleybone, I feel like it'd be fun. And Sherlock Bones, obviously, here's the thing, guys. Instead of one side winning, obviously it's Wizard 101. It would be Kumbaya. It would be all a big misunderstanding. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Wizard 101 doesn't necessarily have the lightest themes. It really doesn't as a game. I just don't think that necessarily everyone who's playing the game is so deep in it. Wow. Okay. He doesn't have max damage. That's great. Honestly, oh, it's a one-day Bronto mount. That makes so much more sense. I was about to say, to have a Bronto mount, but to not have max damage is absolutely ooga boo good. I mean, it's not. It's just like, that means you either are insanely lucky or you spent fat stacks. And it's like, if you're going to spend fat stacks, at least get max damage. Once again, talking about a goofy character, who is this guy? Who is this guy, guys? No, get up here. God. You know what? Okay, we get the idea. I do like how there's a mime in jail. I think it's a little rude. You could just tell the mime yourself in jail. It would work just as well. Oh my God, hey, Watson. Guys, it's the doctor. And see, guys, I also love the prison. Everything, I think Marleybone is just a well thought it's a well thought out world in my, except the insane amount of walking. In my opinion, it's a well thought out world.
Use the undead to free Meow-Yari. Better reach Meow-Yari's cell at the top of the
guys, I love Meow-Arty. The reason I love Meow-Arty is for one reason and one reason only, guys, is because he was in my Wizard 101 song that I never finished writing. And I'm sorry, guys, I know I never finished writing it. At some point, I will write it more. I don't know exactly when I will do it, but at some point I will write more. It's just, guys, seriously, the issue wasn't necessarily the songwriting, it was the fact that I couldn't sing it for the life of me.
Wanted to catch me.
I do.
I heard Meow-Yari running across those rooftops. Talking to someone he was. Hurry and catch him.
Here's the thing. Objectively, why didn't he just point? He should have just pointed. Him telling me that he heard him, that's not helpful. I'm just going to assume you're on my side. Also, obviously, we're not going to catch him. A little unfortunate.
Can't lose him. You've got him on the run. Follow him up this way.
Do I have him on the run? It's interesting that they're using the undead. I don't know why everyone wants to use the undead. I personally, guys, I would not want to. Now, I understand the cons. Oh my God. Hey, Malistaire. I understand the undead, unfinished business, right? That would make them good workers. Exact same time, guys, I feel like the undead are always slow. And I don't want slow workers. Like, you know, it's like the sloths from Zootopia. Mark, callback. Like, you know, you don't really want slow workers. I feel like, you know, instead of getting like a bunch of undead, you should just like get a bunch of coffee maniacs and then just give them a bunch of coffee. And I understand the undead, you know, maybe they don't have a union, you don't have to pay them. And guys, you know, unpaid labor is the best labor. Why? Because it doesn't cost you any money. So I get it. I get those vibes, but still. Slow but unstoppable works. That's true. That's true. Would you rather have a fast worker who works 8 hours or a slow worker that works 24/7? And you know, but here's the thing. I don't know. They're really slow. And here's the thing. Like, it's one thing to be slow at you're like, you know, if you're doing something slowly, that's one thing. But like, what if they were really like, you know, like slow? What if they're a little, what if they, you know, guys, let's be real here. They're undead, okay? The zombies, the ghouls, they're probably missing half their brain. Okay, I don't really know, like, okay, well, you know what? That was a pretty fast attack. And he did put a weakness on me, and that was kind of smart. So, guys, maybe they're onto something. Wow, this is just not... Meteorite is not a very high base damage spell. Which is, you know... It is how it is, okay? What is funny, though, is Meteorite is technically... Wait, what's 4 times 8? 320? Does Meteorite do less than 320 damage? Wait a minute. What is the base damage of Meteorite? Does it do 300 or something? Oh, Meteorite is technically stronger than Tempest. Because, guys, Tempest does, what, 80 damage a pip? So for 4 pips, Tempest does... Now, mind you, where this gets tricky is obviously Tempest is per pip. And once you have 100% power pip, then it's 8 pips, right? So that puts Tempest at a base of 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64, 640 damage as the base AoE. Whereas, obviously, Meteorite does not benefit from the additional pips. But technically, from a per pip, from a really tight window, first turn hit. No, not first, because you start with 5 pips. Sometimes, guys, I am flabbergasted by how long these people live. Gibson O'Leary. Bro, guys, he should be the boss. Firebat. I feel like Firebats is such a good spell. Like, I feel like Firebats is just like, you know, like, it just... I like the concept of lightning bats, but like Firebats in my mind makes more sense, right? Would you not? Like, I don't know. There's something about, I guess, you know what it is? It's air and flying. I understand. I think Storm too. Like, I feel like Storm's always in a weird place between lightning and water. Where it's like there are other, which I understand lightning comes in storms, so maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I don't really know how I connect all those ideas. I'm trying. You know what I do connect? The fact that I fizzled. That wasn't cool. That wasn't funny. Okay, let's pick it up. Okay, Jack Ash, please. Oh, not that mine is 80. Buddy. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna... Yeah, this is called fire. Okay. You know, you should really look at me. Like, guys... Oh, not my voice squeak. Guys. Do I look like an ice wizard?
Mercy on me. I got 3 little ones at home. Meow-Yari just left, I'm telling you. You can still catch him. He said something about the old warehouse.
See, guys? Look at that. Okay, okay. Guys, I was about to cry. I was about to cry if I went the wrong way. Not really, but, you know, it would have been annoying. I'm gonna get you, meow Artie. If it's the last meow thing I do.
I saw him run inside the North Clock Tower.
Oh, guys, I love a North Clock Tower. It's like a South Clock Tower, but it's northern. You know, guys, okay, I'm sorry. I do have to look this up. But now I'm thinking about the quest. Mushu. How many quests does Mushu have? I always feel like Mushu has a billion. Maybe it doesn't. 88. Well, actually, technically, in terms of combat, not a lot. Because there's only 28 bosses, 10 mob fights, and 6 defeat and collects. So, wow. That's actually kind of impressive. There's really not a lot of combat. I wonder, is there more combat here? Guys, that's the one thing I appreciate about Final Bastion. Guys, we don't know, Final Bastion is one of the places where you can find how many quests there are in Wizard 101. And they always have, there's a fun editor note, and I really enjoy the editor's notes, because they're really interesting. Wow, here's the thing. I bet if I actually looked at Mushu from like a lore perspective, you don't think Supernova makes sense? Can I be honest here, Mark? I think I totally I get what you, I think the issue is that I've seen Supernova so many times on Balance Wizards that I'm like, that just screams balance to me. But I get what you mean. Like, objectively, Supernova on a Balance Wizard, like, that feels like a fire spell. Like the sun. But I think the thing with balance is because balance is based in Crocotopia, there's something about like dryness to balance, right? There's something about like the desert, and they have the scorpion. So I feel like balance kind of gets off on this like side thing. But I get what you mean. But I'm like, okay, guys, I know we're gonna go back to the Wizard 101 Supernova. What would replace Supernova though? Oh wait, a balance spell, not really. When I think Supernova, I think a sun exploding. Oh wait, Supernova you're not, okay. Well, I think Supernova might actually be the Aura Exploder, but I think you're talking about I'm assuming you're talking about the level 7 balance. You're talking about the AoE balance spell hit, right? Unless I also could be misquoting myself here. Let me be very clear here, guys. Wizard 101 balance school spells. What is its name? Is this? Oh, it's Power Nova. Yeah. We were talking about Power Nova though. Power Nova. Yeah, it is definitely like. What would I think replacing it though? Right, because like I think Hydra screams balance to me. I love the concept of Hydra. Obviously, horribly executed spell that does, you know, very niche, does not do anything. It's not horribly executed, but does just not work in the meta of Wizard 101. I think. I don't even know what they would do. I think it's hard. I think balance is just hard. Because it's like, because you're meant to, you know what I think they could do? You know what I think balance could have done? And I'm not saying this is going to be the right idea. But one approach balance could have taken, in my opinion, is you could have done it so, like, every spell was, like, I want to say accoutrement. What does accoutrement mean? Accoutrement. An additional item or dress or equipment or an item carried or worn by a person or used for a particular activity. Okay, so no, that was not it. Guys, ignore me while I try to use big words. What I think it could have been was, I think each maybe spell of balance could be like a call to like another Wizard 101 school. Like, so maybe it's level 1 is a fire, like maybe something like that. Because otherwise I understand the difficulty in referencing nothing with something. And I think that objectively, at some point, you know, they get a little goofy with spells, which makes it a lot easier. But also, I don't hate Power Nova. I think Power Nova, I think there's also, I will say, like, instead of imagining it as a sun, Mark, if you imagine Power Nova as, like, just the concept of raw energy and raw power, I feel like that kind of connects to balance, too. Because I feel like balance is this concept of, like, just raw something that's not, like, defined. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it could be whatever. Ooh, there needs to, you know, there needs to be a balance mimic spell. There needs to be a balance. I mean, there kind of is a balance mimic spell with the, Selenopolis, but like there needs to be an actual balance something spell. Oh my god, hey. Yeah, okay. I do think Marleybone is kind of hard, though. Oh, it was her. I was about to be like, who just screeched?
Thank goodness you're...
He ran into this clock tower.
Yeah,
right
it's the eyes. The
Please bring him to
Marleybone
justice
eyes do not
before he
age well.
scratches
Okay,
again.
and then I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually so intrigued. Dragonspire World Quests. I want to know. Dragonspire has 106 quests with 35 bosses and 39 regular. See, that feels way. That makes way more sense in my opinion. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. So, guys, apparently the person who made... Oh my god, hello, Extra Hot Cheeto. Me when Clock Tower. Yeah, me when Big Ben. I have seen Big Ben. I love Big... Guys, I saw Big Ben in person. Big Ben is my... Not my favorite. I mean, not that it's really that crazy to see Big Ben in person. Guys, we can all see Big Ben in person. Well, actually, that's not true. Not everyone can see Big Ben in person. I hope you all get the chance to see Big Ben in person if that's something you want to do. Let me be very clear here, okay? I don't know if that's exactly something you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, hey, more power to you. That did 0 damage. That actually did 0 damage. I'm going to die. Oh, I want to look... Okay. Mushu... I wanted to see if Mushu has less mob fights than, Here's the thing, guys. I want to be talking about Jacques the Scratcher. Oh, Jacques the Scratcher. That's a little scary. That's a crazy name. Also, Hachiro, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I don't know if I said that, but hopefully I said that. Wizard 101. Guys, sometimes I'm looking at my hands and I'm like, my hands are so veiny, but not in like a, ooh, haha, big muscle way. In like a, he needs to drink water and calm down, or he needs to eat more food way. I'm sorry, guys. The obtrusive thoughts is one would say. Wizard 101. Marleybone? Marleybone, Wizard 101. Okay. We're gonna do Sunbird on the boss. Marleybone. Oh, what is... Oh, guys, here's the quote about it. It has 22 bosses. There's only 2 defeat and collect. There's 24 fights. Oh. See, and that's... Guys, that's kind of crazy. Marleybone has 28 fights, whereas Mushu only has 10 mob fights. It really only has 10 mob fights? You know what's so weird is I don't think anyone has a positive opinion to Marleybone. Not Marleybone, I'm sorry, of Mushu. I think Mushu, generally speaking, is one of the least popular Wizard 101 worlds. And yet, and you know what it is? Maybe it's just because there's so much talking. And I don't think Wizard 101, I don't know. I think Wizard 101 is more popular for its combat than it is for its lore. Not that people don't like its lore. Obviously, I do think Malistaire, a very well thought out villain. I think that Wizard City to Dragonspire is a very tight, in my opinion, very tight story. Not that I know the story really, but it feels good. It feels like an arc. It feels like 0 to hero. Past it, you know, we get into wishy-washy. Don't get me wrong, not that I don't like the other worlds, but, you know, it's obviously a little, in my opinion, a little bit messier. But I think the first arc of this game is so clean and just in terms of, like, straight story. And so I really like that. I don't know why Mushu, but I think maybe it's just the talking. Because I don't know why I don't like it as much. But I don't know, I feel like I've liked Mushu more and more. I do think it's an ugly world. I think that's one issue is... It is kind of ugly. Well, but then some parts of it are pretty. Like when you're on the big rocks on the waterfall and it's like underneath is the river. Like visually, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know where to put it in my ranking of everything. Oh my god, guys, look, it's a cat scratch. Can I be honest here? If I could edit these models, and let me be clear here, guys. I don't know how these models are made, and I couldn't edit them all at the beginning. I'd give them some claws. I know they're wearing gloves, but I feel like they should have fake claws. Make them into Wolverine for all I care. Like, why don't they have any claws? They're scratchers, but they're wearing gloves? You know what it is, guys? Their claws are so dangerous, so deadly. They have to cover them, because if they scratch themselves, they'll die. Which is like, kill la kill? Right? The anime? Kind of? Maybe? I don't know. Well, there's like a sword that like does damage and like does bad things. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why did I do so much more damage? I have no idea. What I do know is, once again, we're getting gear that I personally... Guys, I do wish there was a setting where you could make the windows in the clown car transparent. Because if they have me like modeled in the fact that they have me as a character, like my wizard modeled in the clown car, like sitting down, means that like I feel like in my head they could have just, why didn't they just like move my model somewhere else? I don't know why they shrunk my model. Maybe there's like a loading screen time thing, but in my head it's like, instead, why don't you just like, you know, make the windows clear and then let me see myself driving the car? I feel like that'd be so cute. Or just don't have my model at all. Why have it there? I also am a little, I guess it's maybe because they knew it goes, right? You go a little not translucent, transparent when you defeat a battle because you're immune to get into another battle. Well, the gloves leave no fingerprints, plus clats have retractable claws. You know what? Mark, you make an excellent point. They have retractable claws, guys. So here's the thing. The edge of their gloves, there's little holes where they go, sha, but then they retract them. Which, and let me be here. I would obviously love it if during when they're running around, they don't have their claws out, and then when they battle you, they bring their claws out. That's asking way too much of Wizard 101. And I wouldn't even expect that. I think that would be an amazing, like, quality of life thing, or a little, like, touch-on thing, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. We will be leveling up, though, to 24, thank you very much, which I'm very excited about. Oh. That is from Mushu. That is not from here. Why is that 25? Adult? What is this spell? What in the world is Snow Shark? 2 pips? 300 damage? That has to be like the best that has to be like the best ice spell in the game. Oh my god, to be an ice wizard. I mean, you're so tanky. It's just like tankiness, and that's the thing. I will say, you know, ironically, ice wizards do Wizard 101 slowly, and they're tanky, just like tanks are theoretically seen as slow. So, you know, the dots connect, the ideas connect. It's all a vibe in its own way. Now we do need to, okay. All right, guys, we just need to get through this little area, this little instance, so that I can level up and so I can move on. I don't know, guys, something like that. Oh my god, hey Sergeant Steeg.
Excellent work, young.
Guys, I feel like Steeg kind of reminds me of... Oh, are we still here? I can't... Sometimes, guys, I will admit, I forget when I'm in a dungeon and when I'm just doing the thing. And guys, at the top of the hour, every hour, I run through an ad break. You don't want to experience that ad break, use a Twitch Prime or regular Twitch subscription to join ad free stream, get access to awesome movements and support me. Watch me still supports me. And I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. Where in the world is... We're not in a dungeon. I really thought we were in an instance for a minute. I forget, okay? And that's on me. Guys, I have a little bit of a forgetful memory. Oh, and we're gonna have to do Aquelius. I don't exactly know what the quest I'm gonna have to do for Aquelius is. Oh my god, hey, Amy.
My name's Catherine, my
Nope.
new spring hat, and I'm going to need it for the policeman's ball.
Real.
I'm scared
Real.
to wander the streets these days. Would you mind
As
fetching
you
it
should
for
be.
me?
I will say, guys, the crime in Marleybone is a little too... She's scared to wander the streets, as she should. The crime here is a little crazy. Okay, like... I mean, objectively, everyone, Wizard 101 is not a safe world. It is not a safe place at all. Hey, guys, imagine every time you walk down your street. Okay, well, there are places like that in the world, so maybe this is, like, a little too real. But, like, imagine every time you walked out of your house, okay? You're about to get into a fight, okay? There's people trying to murder you. Like, Wizard 101 is not a safe... Okay, I was gonna say, we need to stop. I'm running back and forth in places because I'm a little bit on autopilot mentally. And I need to stop doing that. Instead, go to Amy Brooks' place, which is Bone. Dog Bone. Oh. She has her own teleporter? What do I do? Guys, as the ads...